Welcome to Now You're Cooking. I'm Chef Allie, cooking here today in the Hy-Vee Culinary Club room from the Fisher Showroom Kitchen, which is a beautiful kitchen. We're so excited to have it. And today I'm going to make something that's really healthy for you that you're going to like. This is called coconut curry lentil stew, and we're actually going to serve it over buckwheat. These are buckwheat groats here that we have already toasted. And I've cooked these ahead of time. They're nice and softened. They're fully cooked. But now we've got to make our stew. Here in my pan, I've got 2 tablespoons of canola oil. And I'm going to bring this up to temperature over medium heat. And what we want to do at this point is we just want to kind of get this oil to coat the bottom of our pan. And then to that, I'm going to add my spices because we want to bloom our spices to get them to release their essence, and that will really crank up the flavor in our dish without adding any extra fat. So here is our 2 tablespoons, and I said tablespoons, there's a lot of spices in this dish. 2 full tablespoons of curry powder. And here's our coriander. We have 2 teaspoons of coriander and cinnamon. So we'll add that to our oil. And then once you begin to smell these in the oil over the medium heat, once they're very fragrant, you'll know that you've bloomed them. And at that point, it's safe to either take them off the heat if you wanted to finish this dish later, or like we're going to do right now, we're just going to go ahead and add our onions. Here on my cutting board, I've already diced 1 big fat yellow onion. And you can hear the sizzle in our pan. That's what we want. All right, we're back, and our onions are softened and translucent now. Time to add our garlic. Like I said earlier, I minced up 6 cloves really finely. I put a sprinkle of salt on top of that, just a tiny little bit, because again, I wanted my minced garlic to begin to release some of its liquid, so that's why I added the salt. And you can see here from my spatula, after stirring my onions, the turmeric in my curry powder has kind of colored my spatula. But that's just a sign of some really good spices. To this, we want to add a big can of petite diced tomatoes. I drained these ahead of time. That's a 28-ounce can. And we're going to bring our temperature up a little bit higher at this point. We'll bring these together and we'll simmer this for just a couple minutes. And then what we want to add is our brown sugar. This is 1 tablespoon of nice dark brown sugar. Here is 1 cup of chicken broth. And then what we want to add is our can of light coconut milk. Now, coconut milk comes from the coconut meat that they grind up into a liquid, and we're actually using the light version of this today. And this is 3 full cups. Now, of course, to get 3 cups of cooked lentils, it only takes 1.5 cups before you cook those. When you add these to the boiling water, you're only putting in 1.5 cups, and then as those cook, that turns into 3 cups. So we'll add this. This mixture is now beginning to simmer and boil. I can hear it getting ready to come to a boil. Well, look who just stopped by my kitchen. I'm so excited to have Ralph in the kitchen.
Good to see you again.
Welcome. Are you hungry?
You bet. And when I smell it, I wind my way over here just in time to taste it, don't I?
Wonderful. Yeah, look, we're just simmering to beat the band.
Oh, it smells great, Allie.
We've thickened up, so I'm going to turn off that fire. And Ralph, I'm going to serve this to you, but I'd like to have you garnish it. Now, up here, I told you I have my cooked buckwheat, also known as kasha, which of course this has tons of fiber, very filling. This by itself has really no flavor. This is where we're going to get all the flavor
right
here.
I see that, smell it,
yeah. I'm going to put
that
this
goes on top,
right over the top, and then I want you to do the garnishing. I want you to make it beautiful. Here's your scallions. Okay. Just mince the green ends right over the top.
How much? I always ask how much you want.
Oh yeah, they're just perfect.
Work on this guy. Work on this second one. Okay.
There you go. And then right here we've got just a little bit of sour cream And if you want to put a dollop in the middle.
Just about that much.
Yeah,
huh?
you don't need too much because, again, remember we're watching our fat
Right. Excellent.
intake. And so here is a spoon for you, and I've got to get a bowl for me. Now be careful because that is boiling hot.
It is. I just saw it boiling in there. Yeah.
We may need to adjust our seasonings just a little bit, but you be the judge.
Is it good to mix the buckwheat in and mix it, or just eat it
You know
off
what?
the top?
I don't mix mine together because I like to scoop down and get a separate bite of the buckwheat and then a separate bite of the stew. They're together on my spoon, but yet they're separate. Does that make sense?
I've got it, yeah.
See what you think.
Blow on this a little bit.
But this is so healthy. It's gluten-free, diabetes friendly, very filling, very low fat rather, but just tons and tons of flavors. You want to garnish
It
mine?
really is.
Isn't that yummy?
That's very good.
Yeah. What better lunch or even a nice little hearty supper in these cold, blustery days?
Which are quickly turning into springtime
I
days.
hope so.
Not soon enough for me. Oh boy, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And Allie, I've always said your soups are good any time of the year.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my sour cream right in the middle.
Dollop for
Woohoo.
you.
There we go. There we go.
Yummy.
Please, please come and see us here at your hometown Hy-Vee store here in Topeka. All of these ingredients came from our Health Mart here in our store, and so we invite you to come and shop with us so that you can eat healthy too. I'm Chef Allie along with my friend Mr. Ralph Hipp. And remember, now you're cooking.